You know, what if I told you that you could make a serious return on your money and help build a greener world at the same time? Well, a huge shift is happening right now, one that's putting the power to fund our sustainable future directly into the hands of people like you and me. Let's get into it.
Okay, so let's just start with this number, 10.5%. Now, what if I told you this was a real potential return? And nope, it's not from some crazy crypto coin or a risky stock pick. This is something different.
That's right, over 10%. That is the potential gross annual yield from investing in a single clean tech company through a crowdfunding platform. And what's so exciting about this is that it's not some kind of fluke. It's really just a peek at the incredible opportunities that are popping up all over the green investment world.
So let's make this real. We're going to look at actual projects you can get involved in, projects that are delivering both solid profits and a real sense of purpose as we speak. And just look at the sheer variety here. I mean, this isn't just about solar panels anymore. We're talking up to 10.5% for cutting-edge clean tech, 9.25% for sustainable real estate, or even for expanding electric mobility. You can even fund energy renovations or microfinance projects and still see really strong returns. It just goes to show there's a powerful way in, no matter what part of the green transition you're most excited about.
But honestly, here's the part that really matters. This is so much more than just a number on a screen. Your investment has a direct, and I mean measurable, impact. We're talking about slashing CO2 emissions by tens of thousands of tons every single year, creating thousands of jobs, and building out that critical infrastructure we need, like hundreds of new EV chargers.
Okay, so the individual projects look pretty great, right? But what about the industry as a whole? Let's zoom out to the bigger picture and see how this market isn't just growing, it's absolutely exploding. You know, a key sign that any market is maturing is consolidation. And here's a perfect example. France's Enerfip just acquired the leading platform in the Netherlands, DuurzaamInvesteren.nl. This wasn't just some small deal. Overnight, it created the single largest crowdfunding platform for the energy transition in all of Europe. Wow! And this isn't just a one-off thing. It's happening all over. In the Iberian market, GoParity and Bolsa Social are merging to become a powerhouse. Germany's WIWin merged to seriously broaden its offerings. When you see big moves like this, it's a super clear signal that a young industry is growing up, building real strength in serious scale.
Now here's a number that really frames just how big this has gotten. 825 million euros. Think about that. That's how much money has been raised, historically, by just two platforms combined.
And you can really see the scale here. That Lendosphere group alone has channeled over 825 million euros from the crowd. I mean, to break that down, just one of their platforms, Lendopolis, recently crossed the 400 million euro mark all by itself. And then you've got platforms like Trine, facilitating a massive 111 million in a single year. The amount of capital being put to work by everyday people is, well, it's just staggering.
And here's the real kicker. It's not just about the huge volume of money. It's about performance and maybe most importantly, reliability. In their latest activity report, they posted an average yield of over 7% with, and this is the incredible part, 0 defaults. In the investing world, a track record like that pretty much speaks for itself.
All right, so high growth and great returns are fantastic. But if you're a smart investor, you're probably asking the most important question there is.
Right, with all this money flying around, what's actually being done to make sure your investment is protected? Well, there's some genuinely game-changing news on that front.
First up, let's talk about Italy. The government there has just extended its big guarantee fund for small and medium-sized businesses to now cover loans made through these accredited crowdfunding platforms. This is a massive deal for investor security.
So what does that actually mean for you? Well, it means this number, 80%.
Yep, that's the portion of your investment that can be covered by a public guarantee on certain green projects funded through platforms like Enter2Crowd. Just let that sink in for a second. It's basically a government-backed safety net that dramatically reduces the risk for everyday investors. It makes these kinds of opportunities way more accessible than they've ever been before.
And this new focus on security isn't just an Italian thing. The entire EU is stepping up its game with a new anti-greenwashing directive. This law basically forces companies to prove it when they make green claims. No more fuzzy language. And the takeaway for you? It means you can have way more confidence that your money is creating real, verifiable environmental good, not just paying for some clever marketing.
So let's recap. We've seen high returns, we've seen a market that's not just growing but also maturing professionally, and we've seen new layers of investor protection coming into play. The big question now is, what do you do with all this information?
It really all boils down to this pretty simple formula. You've got the chance for high-yield returns. You're getting into a market that's really scaling up and getting professional, and you're doing it at a time when investor security is stronger than it has ever been.
So if you're ready to start exploring, here's what you can do. First, go discover the top platforms out there. We've put a link to a fantastic list from CrowdInfo right in the description below. Second, if you got value out of this, help us spread the word by giving it a like. And finally, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of the latest news and opportunities in this really fast-moving space.
Look, the momentum here is just undeniable. The green transition isn't just in the hands of governments and big corporations anymore. It's being funded by the crowd. The only real question left is, are you in?